When administering the Teachers College from home, while your students are on their device at their home, here's what I did. I went into the staff professional development folder, went to our assessment module, and then to the Teachers College. And then I found the zip for the updated set 1 levels that I'm using in 5th grade. You can just copy the ones for your grade level. And then click on the gear and copy it to your course. I put mine in my reading course so that my kids can find it. And then I went into the reading course. Here's that folder that I just sent in, and it has all of the levels that I need for my kids. And then if you notice, within each one of the folders, there is a student copy and a teacher copy. So I did take a few minutes to go through and I unpublished all of the teacher copies so that the kids don't see those. And now what I do is when I meet with one of my kids in my one-on-one Zoom, I ask them to go to the Level R folder, and then they open the student copy. And they're able to see and read their copy from right in there. They can click on the PDF and open it if they prefer. And then what I do is I open the teacher copy. And then I click on the download arrow. And then I tell it to download. And it goes to my files. My files are at the bottom in my dock right now. If you can't find your files, you can just pull down on your screen and do a search for file and then tap on that application. My files are going into my iCloud Drive, and it's in my downloads because I downloaded it from Schoology. So I started to create a Teachers College folder for the kids that I've already created. Sorry, the kids that I've already tested. So they're in here. The file that I just downloaded was Level R. So I can see that one is here. You can see I kind of have a mess. I have to organize my drive. But the Level R teacher version is right here. So if I know who I'm doing, I can tap on the words Set 1 Level R, and then I can name it with that student's name, and then Level R. Tap Done, and now that one is here. So when I'm finished with this kiddo, I will drag this file into the blue folder so that I know that one's finished. But for right now, I didn't want that to happen. I can split my screen. I don't want to do that. There. So for right now, I'm going to tap on that Level R file. And now I have the teacher version on my iPad. So remember, my kiddo is looking at his student version on his screen, and I have the teacher version on my iPad. I'm looking at my student on Zoom, and I'm working on my iPad. When your student is doing their read aloud version, they will have their video turned off because they won't be in Zoom, they'll be reading. So it's very easy for you to tell your student to do their read aloud. You can follow along. You can use the markup tool at the top, and you can listen to them read. You can make marks on the screen. If they miss a word, you just draw a line through it. If they correct, you can note that, self-correct. You can go through and check off the boxes over here. And then they can continue with their silent reading. While they continue with their silent reading, my pages are listed on the right-hand side, so I can just tap on those. As they're reading, I can mark their miscues over here. They had one miscue. It was self-corrected. Sorry. And then none of them there. and then I can circle their fluency. And now when the student is finished reading, they tell you that they're done. You can ask them to return to the Zoom so that you see their face back on the Zoom, and now they can no longer see the passage. That's how I know that they're not peeking at the passage. That's how I know that they are paying attention to me. And now we can go through with the retelling. They can, I can ask them the questions, and I've just been going along and circling like what parts of the question they answer, what parts they say, and I'm taking notes down here. If you want to use this page, you can. You have this page, and then this page, and this page. If you want to use those pages to take notes, you can while they're talking. And I'm just using the markup tool right on the iPad. When the student is finished, I say done. And now you can tell that all of my notes are in here. All of the writing that I did on my screen is still here. If I need to email this to a reading specialist, I can tap on the share arrow up here, and I can send it through mail as a PDF attachment. This has been working really well for me and for my students while we are administering these in our virtual environment.